Good morning, Bob and Tara. I tell you what, excitement out here last night at AT&T Stadium. Historic victory. All right, we're down here at Memorial Stadium, Midwestern State, their 27th annual Maroon Gold game. Tobin, what I have in my hand are what you call footballs. It's a passion here in Texas. It's a passion across the country. State Mustangs football team wrapped up their spring season tonight with the 27th annual Maroon and Gold game. Well, folks, I'm standing inside of a place that a lot of people can say is magical, dome magic. Good morning, Bob and Tara. I tell you what, excitement out here last night at AT&T Stadium. Historic victory. The Columbus Dispatch printed this out. Ohio State knocking off the Oregon Ducks by the margin of 42-20. A big night for Ezekiel Elliott. He had 246 yards and 4 touchdowns. Another big number for Ohio State. They had 4 turnovers. That didn't stop them from handling business here at AT&T Stadium. Now, a little bit of history, if you want to talk about history, fans in Southwest and Central Virginia have to know this. Virginia Tech Hokies, the only team to knock off the Ohio State Buckeyes as they got their 8th national championship. Reporting from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Jermaine Ferrell, Fox 21-27 News. All right, we're down here at Memorial Stadium, Midwestern State, their 27th annual Maroon Gold game. It's going on right now, about 5 minutes to go. Maroon is leading 7-0. Joining me right now, the head coach of the Midwestern State Mustangs football team, Bill Maskull. And Coach Maskull, again, it's fun being out for these spring games.
We love it. We love it. You know, I love it if we didn't have the turnovers that we've had right here. We've had 2 in the first quarter. And that's unacceptable. You don't win football games to turn the ball over.
Coach, overall, how's spring been so far this season?
Oh, it's been, you know, we've had a lot of fun. I think we've gotten better. We still have some issues that we've got a lot of injured guys from surgery in the offseason that didn't get a chance to evaluate. But overall, I liked our work ethic. I liked our production, and we had a lot of fun. It went by really fast.
I know. And usually, how many days you normally get during the springtime?
We get 15, you know, and we're just like Division I. We got to have 3 in helmets and shorts. We were in shorts yesterday, and the first 2 days have to be in helmet and shorts. And then you have 12 days in pads, including this day.
I tell you, the neat thing, looking ahead to your schedule, you play in 11 games. It's a pretty stout schedule. Just your thoughts on it.
Well, I like the way it's set up. We get a chance to play a couple games before we play in Dallas Cowboy Stadium against a conference opponent, and you know, I'm sure those 2 teams that we're going to play in Truman and Mesa are going to be good competition. And then once we get into Eastern New Mexico, then we get into the conference, and it gets in the middle of the season. I think we play Humboldt State October 17th, but it ought to be a pretty good competitive schedule and good for our fans to come out. And I like the crowd that we got out here tonight. It's really good.
It is a good crowd. And speaking of the spring game, Tobin McDuff coaching the Gold team. He's going to have a little work. Now, last year, I was coaching the Gold team. We were down 21-10. We came back. What words of wisdom are you giving Tobin McDuff?
Well, let's see how it ends up here at halftime. Right now, what is it, 7-0 with 4 minutes left to go in the first quarter. And it looks like the Gold is moving, so they're getting ready to score. So it'll work itself out.
I tell you, Tobin should call some plays, don't you think?
Absolutely. Get over there and make him get him involved in making a play call.
Well, Coach Maskull, thank you so much, Coach. Again, it's fun. Always a pleasure being here at the Maroon Gold game.
Appreciate it. Thanks for being out here.
You are the man. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
All right, Maroon Gold game. It's not too late to come out here, guys. It is 7-0 Maroon leading the Gold. The Gold's driving down the field about 3 minutes and 50 seconds ago. So coming up tonight, at 10 o'clock, we will have highlights of the game, post-game reaction, plus we'll have highlights of Verdon College softball. A little spring football action from Columbus, Ohio. They're defending national champions. The Ohio State Buckeyes wrapped up spring football action. Now, former Rider star J.T. Bertio, and he still can throw the pigskin, and the quarterback was in a throwing contest, and guess what? He won! Barrett is in a battle for the starting quarterback job. He looks pretty good, recovering from the leg injury he got from last season. By the way, Ohio State set the national spring game attendance record by drawing 99,391 fans. Midwest State Mustangs football team wrapped up their spring season tonight with the 27th annual Maroon and Gold game. Since 2006, the Mustangs, they hold a 5-4 edge on the Gold. Last year, the Gold squad came back from a 21-10 deficit in the third quarter to win 24-21. So we head over to Memorial Stadium for all the fun. Tobin McDuff, our very own guy there, took part as a celebrity coach for the Gold team, giving instructions. He looked pretty good on the defensive side. 7-3 Maroon in the second. Maroon quarterback Quade Coward is going to go down by Alec DeValerio. Then the Gold's Layden Rab is going to hook up with Isaiah Wilkerson. And this is going to be a big game in a big way, but the drive would later stall. Coming up is a Sports Sunday Top 10 Play nominee. Last play of the half, Gold's Hagan Hutchinson to Terrence Smith. Going deep, the tip drill. He caught it so many times it hit the ground. He did a good job. Ending the first half, Storms rolled in, and with 9:17 left in the third, the game was called with Maroon winning the game 7-3.
You know, it is what it is. There's nothing you can do about it. You know, we had a good competitive first half, and the kids are disappointed. But, you know, we've had a good spring practice. I would have liked to have seen some more evaluations, but at the same time, you know, I think we're ready to go into the next stage of what we got to do to be successful next fall.
And Midwest State opened the 2015 campaign against Truman State out of Missouri on September 5th at Memorial Stadium. Kickoff set for 7. Wichita Falls Nighthawks, fresh off their second bye week, are in Colorado tonight, taking on the Ice. And Wichita Falls, they lead Colorado 45-40 in the third. Now, both teams will meet up here in Wichita Falls next Saturday night at 7 at the K.A. Coliseum. The Wade Kirk softball field, Vernon College Lady Chaps hosting the Hill College Lady Rebels. A double dip. Bottom of the first, 2-0 Hill College. Former Rider star Carly Gibson, get you some. The ball drops in for the base hit, and that's going to cut the lead to 1. Top of the second, Amanda Caudillo at the dish. Going to get a little work there as she gets the catch and the tag for the first for the double play. Bottom of the third, 3-1 Hill College. Former Iowa Park star McKenna Antalon. She's going to get herself a little action in the form of an RBI. In fact, that's going to score a run. There's a 3 there on the back of the jersey. That's a triple, 3-2 Hill College. Tied at 3, Amber Caudillo with a 2-run double. There they are, her twin sister there and another player. Vernon's now up 5-3. Bottom of the 6, tied at 6, and Amanda Caudillo, she's going to get herself a shot into the outfield. Here comes a run for the Vernon College Lady Chaps, and that was McKenna Antalon with that one. That was the game winner. Vernon College wins game 1, 7-6. The Lady Chaps complete the sweep, winning game 2, 6-1. Midwest State's scheduled Lone Star Conference doubleheader with Cameron again is moved. The 4-game series is set for Twin Bills tomorrow at 3 and 5 and Monday at 4 and 6. Senior Day activities are now slated for tomorrow prior to the first game. To the Juice Box, Minute Maid Park. Houston Astros celebrating 50 years of existence, hosting the L.A. Angels today. Bottom of the 6th, scoreless. And the Astros, George, don't call him Jerry, Springer, solo shot, 1-0. Then Robbie Grossman with 2 on. That's going to be a 3-run shot. Astros win 4-0. Meanwhile, Texas Rangers are in Seattle taking on the Mariners, and it's 2-1 Seattle, bottom of the 6th. Well, some things to tell you about. 3 things you should know. Midwest State women's track runners Ashley Flores and Emma Ramirez both met NCAA Division II provisional qualifying times last night in a track meet in California. Flores bettered her school record time in the 1,500 meters by 2 full seconds. Ramirez finished with the second fastest time in program history in a 3,000-meter steeplechase. In NASCAR, Matt Kenseth will try for his first win since 2013 when he starts from the pole with the Bristol Motor Speedway tomorrow. You can see the game on Texas Almost Fox. And the San Antonio Spurs open up defense of their NBA title. They'll play at the LA Clippers tomorrow night at 9:30. And I got a bonus one for you, Melissa.
I want to hear it.
There you go. Battle of Texas, Houston playing Dallas in the NBA first-round playoff game, and it's Houston leading 72-62 in the third. So I got a little bonus for you. Hooked you up.
Oh, man. You have any money on that game?
Well, well, since I went here at 6, I had to give you a bonus. I mean, and then Eric, the weather was out there. I mean, the storms and all that. We missed you too, but you know, I missed you. But it was just rough out there. But they had to call that game because of the weather, so they had to do that.
Well, we're gonna take a look at some weather pictures coming up. So stick around.
There we go. Tobin, what I have in my hand are what you call footballs. It's a passion here in Texas. It's a passion across the country. But nearly 80 years ago, the way football looks today could be traced right here in Nocona. The Nocona Athletic Goods Company started off in the early part of the 20th century as a purse manufacturer. During the Great Depression, purses were not selling, so company founder Robert E. Story looked for ways to diversify.
One of those was making a baseball glove, which a lot of people know about. We did that in 1934, but then in 35, we made our first football. And so from that point forward, we had a great involvement in the football.
Football back in the early days was 3 yards and a cloud of dust. But there were some coaches who wanted to air it out. Trouble was, they didn't have the right type of football. Rob Story says in 1936, a pair of college coaches came to his grandfather for assistance on a football made for passing.
My grandfather, as he started making footballs, he was new to it, so he didn't know a whole lot about it. He even at one time made a pigskin football, literally out of pigskin. But he was approached by Ray Morrison with SMU, Matty Bell with TCU. Those were both teams that were really bringing along the concept of the forward pass. And they pointed out to him that there was really no good shape to a football as far as they were concerned. So they were looking for something that might be a little bit more aerodynamic and pass better. And he was only too happy to accommodate them in designing a football that was more elongated so that it was more aerodynamic.
Story became part of the NCAA committee in the late 1930s to standardize the type of football used in games. Story's version became the football of choice. Nakona Athletic Goods would supply footballs for little league teams all the way to the pro teams. The company made 50,000 footballs a year. Nakona stopped making footballs in 1965 to concentrate on other athletic goods. Now, due to the development of the modern-day football, Robert Story was inducted into the Sporting Goods Hall of Fame back in 1982, and that leads a sense of pride to the Story family.
With passing becoming just more and more important as each decade goes by, you can look back and think, hey, what would have happened if the passing ball hadn't came about and more teams weren't exposed to it? Would that be happening later on, or would it just not be as big a part of the game? So yeah, we had our very, very small part, but we're real proud of that.
So the next time you see your favorite team passing the ball, you can say thank you to Nakona's Robert Story. Jermaine Ferrell, KFDX3 Sports.